Okay, I hope you've been practicing the previous exercises where you're standing in one place. That is great for working on your static balance, but we want to be able to move around. So this week we're going to be working on moving lateral, and that is how most people fall. So I want you to be really careful, hang on to something if you feel unstable. So I'm going to start over to the side. This is my right. So when you're moving right, you're going to move your right foot first because you're going to get it out of the way, and then you take a shorter step with the left. So it's a long step, long step, short. That way you have room between your feet. And then now we're moving left, and so I moved my left foot first. This is going to be so important to keep you from tangling your feet up. So you're going to be hanging onto that counter. Or if you feel like your balance is pretty good, you can grab onto 2 pool noodles and get your arms going with your feet so that it's like an X and then an I, X, I. So everything goes out at the same time, in at the same time. And notice I still have that space between my feet when my legs come together. So that's the first exercise. After a week of working on heel-toe standing, we're going to put this into motion. So I want you to turn so you have something to hang on to, and you're just going to walk heel-toe the best that you can. You may have to hang on, and that's okay. Now, take caution when you're turning. We're going to be working on our turns also. So we're walking heel-toe, heel-toe. If you don't need to hang on, that's great. You're just gonna take your time with this one. Go back and forth. When you are turning, so turns are really important because people fall when they're turning. When I ask them, when somebody's had a fall and I ask them how they did it, a lot of times they'll say I was turning in the kitchen or in the bathroom. So to turn, if you're going to your right, so this is my right, you're gonna turn your right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Then you get back into your tandem and walk heel toe. Now I'm going to turn this way. So I'm going to go left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, and get used to turning with that. This will be really helpful for you. This exercise is called toe tapping. This not only creates a way for us to pick our feet up and balance on one leg, but we're also doing some weight shifting. So if you need to hang on, and most people do, at least in the beginning, you're gonna hang on to something. You're gonna find an item about 4 inches high. Now I have a cone, but in class we used an actual step. And all you have to do is lightly tap your foot on it, alternating, take your time. If you need to hang on to something, please do so. Otherwise, you can have your hands out here. Some of our folks wanted to do a little arm swing. Make sure it's in a reciprocal, so when this leg, so this is my right leg is coming forward, my left arm is coming forward, and vice versa. So this teaches you to walk because you have to bring that foot out in front and you have to weight shift. So try this one. It doesn't matter what you have to tap on, just any item that's about this high will work. This exercise is stepping over something. Now this is important because we find ourselves having to step over something, and it's really important to be able to do that, but it also teaches us to shift and lift. So you're gonna have an item, I chose the cone again, but you could use a small hurdle, something in your house like a shoe box. I want it fairly narrow, not too wide. And you're gonna snug up your body with both feet on the same side of the item. You're gonna hang on to something because this will knock you off balance, but it's a great challenge. So hang on to something. You're gonna put all your weight on the outside leg and lift that foot over and just tap like you're tapping on a little chicken egg. and then bring it back, and then step over. And I want you to be able to do this several times. Now, in order to step over, I have to bend this knee a little bit, and then I'm bringing it over. Now, what not to do is this. I don't want you to do this. Now, it isn't that this is a bad thing, but it's not what we're doing in this exercise. I want you to be able to balance and over and back and over and back. It's working your hips, and you're getting better at standing on one leg and being dynamic with the other leg. So keep this side all supported. Try and do that 10 to 20 times on each side. Then you're going to step over with both feet, get secure, and do it again on the other side. So that is side stepping over an item. Thank you. These are just little bonus tips and tricks to make your exercises more effective. So when we're doing the weight shifting back and forth, you saw the previous video. Now I want you to really focus on having two targets. So your feet are on two dots. You can place anything down, some tape, and really concentrate on having your feet stay on the targets. Because what happens when we're starting to do that side sway or the weight shifting, sometimes we bring our feet in closer, and before we know it, we're right here, and it's almost impossible to do the exercise. So put some targets down and shift and place your foot on it. You don't have to look down because you can kind of see in your periphery those targets. Now, the next thing, in between exercises, I want you hanging on and doing some side sweeps. So you're just swinging your leg back and forth. This really lubes up your legs, and you want that hip joint to move smoothly. So this, just bringing it across and out as far as you can. Try to lead with the side of your foot versus turning this way, because then all you're using is your hip flexors. And we really want to get into those glutes. So we're crossing, working adductors, then glutes, adductors. And when I do this, I feel my glutes and I feel my inner thigh here. The next thing you're going to do, and you'd be hanging on for that one, the next thing is turning sideways and swinging, because we have to be able to get leg extension. We're pretty good at coming forward, but what happens when we go right here, we either tip forward to get our leg back, or we bend it because we're so tight through here. So be tall, and if you have a mirror or something to look in, and see if that leg is straight when it's going back. So we want to avoid the knee bend. Those are great little things to bust out for breaks in between your other exercises, when you're just in between, maybe you're cooking or something and you want to just take a break and do some leg swings or some of the other things like bringing your knee up, up, up. Just always be safe. Good luck this week. Practice, 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 and keep up with your sit to stands. I want you to be able to do 14 sit to stands with your arms crossed like this. If right now you can't get up out of a chair very many times or at all with your arms crossed, it's okay to start with a chair with arms, or bringing your arms out in front. Sometimes that helps a little bit. So try all of those and see what works for you.